us today for Studio 512. We are celebrating America's 250th, and our friend Adina Anderson says visiting national parks is a great way to honor our country. She's here with some personal insight of her own and some travel tips as well.
Yes,
Adina,
hello.
good morning.
Good morning. 250 years. Wow, right?
I know, big deal. And I think it's a really good point to say stopping at our national parks is a great way to honor how far we've come. You have recently done a tour of a couple of national parks. Tell me where you started.
Yeah, so we started in South Dakota, and Jeep was really cool. Now, Jeep's having their 85th anniversary this year, so they gave me their new Jeep Cherokee to test out.
Nice.
So, yes, and it was perfect to have it because it had four-wheel drive, because we knew we were going to maybe get into some snow up in Yellowstone. I know that sounds crazy in the summertime, but yes, they're still getting snow. But we started in South Dakota, headed to the Badlands, went to the Corn Palace. It's the only
My
Corn
boss
Palace.
says that it's really cool. What's the
So
Corn
cool.
Palace?
So it is, the Corn Palace is this huge palace. It was built in the late 1800s, and they used 12 different kinds of corn to create this, and they change the mural every year.
Wow.
Yeah, check out the blog. It's all on that. But it's the high schoolers and the college kids get together, and they staple gun and nail these corn. They cut them in half. Yeah, look, it's so cool.
They
And
do a lot with corn.
They
I'm
do,
pretty
I know.
impressed.
It's so impressive. I definitely say start in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, head to the Corn Palace, and then make your way west into the rest of the things that we're doing, which is like the Badlands. We headed there. Hills City is one of my favorite little towns. It's really close to Keystone, which is close to Mount Rushmore. We took the dogs with us, so we stayed in Airbnbs. So that was a cute little cabin in Hills City that we stayed at. They had a little tap room in the back. The food is absolutely amazing. There's the Badlands.
It looks amazing.
And there's really quick, easy hikes, so don't get, like deterred that I can't go there, it's hot, it's too hard. They're really easy hikes.
I was going to say, you're hiking at the top, which is pretty flat.
And looking down, yes.
That's
exactly. Cool. And the train, the 1880 train out of Keystone that goes to Hill City is such a fun thing to do. I always recommend do that. It's not too expensive, and it's just a fun, relaxing way. There's the really cool Jeep. We went to Mount Rushmore, did the night ceremony with the military. Beautiful.
You say the military installation portion of that is
I cry
like
every time.
So cool. I've never been. I've always wanted to go.
Oh, definitely go there. Crazy Horse is another great one. The State Game Lodge, which is also the Summer White House with Calvin Coolidge, also has the Jeep Safari. We saw bison and pronghorn and bighorn sheep. I mean, the bison were rutting, so they were everywhere. Like, they were in front of us.
Yeah,
we had a
crossing
bison
your
jam.
car.
Yes. You stay out of their way. And then we did a little four-wheeling up with the Jeep, so that was fun to do. And it's just a great place to go. Custer State Park, which is on my shirt, is one of my favorite state parks. Palo Duro, Texas is always my favorite, but Custer State Park in South Dakota, you're in the Black Hills, and they're called the Black Hills because of the pine trees, because they don't reflect the sun. It's just a great place to go check out another really beautiful place in America. I mean, it's 250 years, right? We want to get out there, we want to explore. It's just a fun place to go. Went to Devil's Tower, another one, it's Sacred Land, and then we headed to Cody, my favorite town in the country.
Cody, Wyoming.
Cody, Wyoming, yeah. So we brought the girls. There's Molly and Riley in our little Airbnb.
They're excited to be there too.
They were so happy to be there. But another recommendation is get an Airbnb. You don't want to take your pets to national parks. There are campgrounds that accept them, but you don't want to hike. They're not accepted, really. They're not welcomed, or however you want to say it. It's just not. You don't want to take them, especially into Yellowstone. You got grizzly, you got bison, you got a lot of crazy things.
Anything?
No, mine would be little snacks, you don't. But we saw bighorn sheep. My husband loved this. It came right up to the car, to the Jeep, right to the window. Look at this. This was just outside the window of the Jeep. It was.
So is this at Yellowstone?
This is at Yellowstone. So from Cody, Wyoming, it's about an hour-and-a-half drive into the east entrance. That's where we saw the bighorn. You definitely want to go to the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, the Upper and Lower Falls. And then we headed to Old Faithful, ate the buffet, which I highly recommend at the lodge there. It's amazing. And then, of course, we saw Old Faithful.
Oh, amazing.
Went to the paint pots. That was a really fun one to do. And then we headed to Grand Prismatic, right there in Yellowstone. And then from Yellowstone, we went to Grand Teton. We hit a lot of spots.
I think that's 5 national parks, if
we
I'm
did,
counting right.
correct. There's
Oh,
one of the
goodness.
grizzly we saw right from the car.
Oh, and the moose, too. Was
Yes!
it huge in real
huge.
life?
It was so huge, yes. And then we saw the wild horses, which I've been going there for 7 or 8 years, and it's the first time I got to see those. This is us driving into the Grand Teton. It is spectacular driving there. And that Jeep did great driving down those roads. There were a little snow here and there, but we did the Snake River float. Now, don't think rapids. Think relaxing. Someone else is paddling. You're just enjoying the view. And if you get there to Jackson, go to Cafe Genevieve. It is my favorite little spot to get a little bite.
Filled with fruit on that waffle. I love it. Okay,
Yes.
we're in our last minute, so I want to talk about some of the tips that you have for road tripping.
Yes, definitely. So I always have this in my car, and it has like an extra pair of sunglasses, you know, a little shout if you get something on your clothes. It's got some Advil. It's just something fun. It's got a toothbrush and toothpaste, but I keep this in the Jeep.
Packable.
It's packable, yes. You could pop it in your backpack if you're flying, or throw it in the glove box if you're driving. And then this is we've shared this before, but this is my little travel kit, right? I have my little plug-in water heater thing there. I always take my things for coffee, always.
And then the
then
water
soup.
heater can help with soup, oatmeal,
Coffee, oatmeal,
you
yes,
name
definitely.
it.
My rice and my soup and some crackers, just so you have a meal just in case.
Something in the stomach.
Yes,
Okay, Adina,
definitely.
thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
We appreciate it. So much fun stuff. To keep up with Adina's latest trips and helpful tips, visit travellifewithadina.com and creativelifestyles.tv. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Marbridge Foundation. Marbridge Foundation supports adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We're going to learn more about the Villa today with Duncan Murray and Daniel Miranda. Duncan, first question coming for you. If those who don't know are just tuning in for the first time today, tell us a little bit about Marbridge and the population you serve.
Well, you started off with part of it. We're a campus that serves people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We do that through three campuses, 3 living units here, 2 assisted living facilities for people who are more able-bodied and more independent. And then at the Villa, where I'm the administrator, our residents have special medical needs that we're there to take care of.
Tell us a little bit more about the Villa and what makes it unique.
We are licensed as a skilled nursing facility, but we're unlike any other skilled nursing facility really around. And that really is true. We're the only one of our kind in the state of Texas and one of only about 3 in the nation that do what we do.
And Daniel, talk to us about some of the activities that residents enjoy and how they thrive thanks to the work that you do.
Yeah, so one of the things that I'm always proud of is that every day we have different activities. For example, on Mondays we play poker in the afternoon. On Tuesdays we play bingo. And I made up a game which is called The Price is Right, where residents guess on different prices. On Wednesdays, that's where we call it our super outings, where we go to a bigger place, like we go to the movies, we go to a baseball game, a bunch of different things that everyone gets a chance to enjoy each part of that.
All right, Duncan, let's talk about how the Villa is funded.
Our residents are primarily funded through Medicaid. That makes up about 85 to 90% of our residents. Our residents stay with us for a very long time. A lot of nursing homes measure their length of stay in days or weeks. We measure ours in decades. Wow. Our residents move into us sometimes when they're 19 or 20 years old, and they will live with us until they're 80 or 90. Literally have residents that have lived at Marbridge longer than I've been alive.
And I want to ask both of you, Daniel, starting with you, what you like most about working here at Marbridge.
I think the thing that I like most about working at Marbridge is creating the relationships with the resident. We create relationships with them. Sometimes with that resident, I can just get along and tell jokes of each other, and then someone else can have a serious conversation with that person. You realize that they just want to have that connection with other people.
We have such an incredible team. I've never been in any place that makes me feel as good to walk in the doors as I do here.
What wonderful answers, y'all. Thank you both so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Learn more about everything that Marbridge has to offer by going to marbridge.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Marbridge Foundation. Welcome back. Marika Flatt with Texas Lifestyle Magazine has just been halfway around the world, and she's going to encourage us to join her. She's here to talk about her recent travels to Australia and New Zealand. Good morning.
Good morning.
A world away, but so much fun.
Oh, I know. And I highly recommend it to people because I feel like Australia and New Zealand are kind of having a moment these days.
I was wondering about this.
Yes. You talk to people and they say, oh my gosh, I'm thinking of going, or I'm going next year, or it's on my bucket list. And now's a great time to go because, Rosie, the exchange rate is really good for Americans right now.
Favorable for us.
Yes, yes. And so you might find that there's some pricing over there that seems a little high on food and beverage. But when you consider the exchange rate in New Zealand, which we'll talk about here in a minute, it's almost, our dollar almost goes for $2.
Wow,
there.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but you were talking about how the Olympics are not all that far
Yes.
away. So this is a time to
32.
get excited.
Yes, in Brisbane. And we'll talk a little bit more about Brisbane too. But, it's, people get intimidated by the long flight.
Yes.
That's what I've heard.
I am.
Yes. And it's not that bad. From Austin, we had a layover in LA, and then the long flight into Brisbane. It's doable. I mean, it's, to me, now having been, I will just put it on the same weight as going to Europe. And I know it's a few extra hours, but it's really not that bad.
I bet it's one of those overnight flights. You can settle in, you can sleep,
Yes.
and then get going once you hit the ground running.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will give another quick tip here. On the way home, we ended up with an overnight connection in LA and stayed at a hotel called the Anthem, which is max a 10-minute Uber ride. And it helped us with our jet lag because it was 5 p.m. Pacific when we landed. We had a good night's sleep, got up the next morning, flew back into Austin, and really didn't have a problem with jet lag.
That's thinking. I like this. Okay, so we're going to start with the Qualia Resort.
Yes.
I'm going to need help with pronunciations today. This is Eastern Australia.
Yes, on the coast of Australia. So we all hear about the Great Barrier Reef. It's very close to there, which, that was one of my bucket list items for visiting. So we flew into Brisbane, and then we took a little flight up to Hamilton Island. Hamilton Island is a very small little island. Everybody gets around by golf cart. There's a cute little marina there, but Qualia is on the north part of the island, and it's a beautiful luxury resort. So this is for a special occasion, I would say. They have a handful, well, not a handful, but quite a few, they call them pavilions. I like to think of them as like villas, and because it's a little house that has your own bedroom and bathroom and living room, but the hero of the house is your little plunge pool that you have, and ours happened to face sunset.
Oh, lovely.
So I realized I was planning our days around sunset. How great is that? I mean, that's the life, right?
That's kicking back and relaxing. Okay, Brisbane was kind of your go-to home base. Tell me about it.
And so Brisbane is one of the top 3 cities in Australia. You've got your downtown area. There's a really great hotel there called the Carlisle, Californian island put together is what I was told. Carlisle is in an upscale shopping district and not too far of a walk from their river trail. And the river trail was my, I think, favorite part of that area of Brisbane because it's got a lot of really good restaurants. It's got a very popular walk and bike trail like we do here in Austin. And you can just walk around. So I loved being right there at the Carlisle. There was another hotel that we stayed at called the Ovalo that was easy to get around. But Rosie, if you are in Brisbane, you have to get outside of town a little bit to an area that has a day spa called Soul Elements and these cute little Wander pods. It's called Wander, and they have these little pods in the middle of nowhere that are little overnight stays, and you can set up for them to have your food and beverage in the refrigerator when you get there. Gorgeous view we had over a lake, and it was time that we could just slow down.
Wow.
Yeah, so I loved that piece of it.
Sounds like glamping.
Yes, yes, but you're in a little contained unit.
Lovely. Okay, Hookah Lodge. This was in New Zealand, which was the only
Right.
spot, because it's technically winter down there, where it actually felt a little cool.
Right, right. So we were on the coastline in Australia giving us 60s and 70s in their winter.
This is gorgeous, by the way.
Well, Rosie, when somebody asked me now just yesterday, what would I say first about New Zealand? The scenery is out of this world. It is like a painting everywhere you look.
That's why they do all those movies there.
Really, absolutely. And Hookah Lodge is about 3 hours south of Auckland. So there's a lot of flights from Texas into Auckland. It's their big major city on the northern island. And about 3 hours down, Hookah, it's part of a group of accommodations called Beckons properties all over the world. And Hookah is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous property. There's a river that runs behind the cabins, so you have a very peaceful, calm view looking out your cabin. And I love a good all-inclusive. So
Who does not?
all-inclusive. You don't have to worry about your food and beverage if you're just having the normal like New Zealand wines and beers. Elevated
Which would be
dining.
a great, like, cultural experience in
Yes,
itself.
yes, yes. And they have this great little wellness area that has a sauna and a hot tub and a cold plunge. And so it is a good place where you can be as busy as you want to be, or as quiet and stable as you want to be. Yeah.
Okay, TRI links.
Yes.
This is the one that we're having the hardest trouble with,
Yes.
with pronunciation, but it's in
Yes.
New Zealand as well.
Correct. It's a little over an hour north of Auckland, and so it's up on the coastline. And when we were driving there in our rental car, I had an article to write, and I couldn't because I was just looking around. It was just gorgeous. And then, so you're in these rolling green hills, and then about 5 minutes before you get to TRI, you see sand. So you're in the sand dunes. There's surf lessons that we got to watch. I didn't take part in the surf lesson, but you can see here that
So green.
it is. You've got the greenery because they're known for their 2 golf courses that are championship golf courses. So our villa had a electric fire pit that we lit up every night, then the golf course, and then the South Pacific Ocean.
We'll have to leave it there.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
absolutely fantastic.
Yes,
I'm so glad you had a
go.
good time. Read Marika and Crew's articles online and sign up for the Lone Star Lowdown by going to TexasLifestyleMag.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Drive Away for Education raffle. The Texas Yes Drive Away for Education raffle is in full swing, and you can participate for a chance to win a brand new vehicle, all while helping provide school supplies to students in need. Executive Director Danielle Gunter is here to tell us more. And Danielle, for those viewers who aren't familiar with Texas Yes, can you remind us about your organization and your mission?
Yes, so for 30 years, our main goal has been providing educational support primarily to elementary students that are in Title I areas. And we've expanded our services to help also support middle school, and then some of our programs also support high schools as well. But really, our whole thing is just bridging the educational gap between schools that are not Title I and the Title I schools that we serve. So one of our biggest programs is our Box of Dreams, where we provide free school supplies to Title I elementary students across Texas. Here in the Austin area, we support Del Valle ISD, and it's a really exciting time. We've been partnered with them for the last several years, and so we go into their elementary schools. We hand every student a free school supply kit, everything so that they can go to school, feel confident, have the tools to be successful in the classroom.
Your annual Drive Away for Education campaign is underway. Talk to us about how this campaign supports students across Texas and a little bit more about it.
Yes, so we're in our 9th year. We're really excited, and our goal is simple. We want to give away a brand new vehicle thanks to Thomas J. Henry, but in return, every time that a viewer purchases a raffle ticket, it's actually going to help 3 students receive a free school supply kit, which is really a big win for the students and for the viewers as well. So again, we've been partnered with Thomas J. Henry. He has actually bumped up the opportunity. So in the past, we started with 2 cars or 3 cars, and now we have the option for a grand prize winner to choose from 6 different vehicles. So there's a little something for everybody, smaller SUVs, there's a truck, and we do have an electric vehicle this year, the Volkswagen ID Buzz.
But there's also lots of other opportunities to win.
Yes, so since mid-June, we have been doing weekly drawings where anybody who's purchased a raffle ticket is entered to win. They can win a $250 gift card. We will continue that through the end of the campaign, which is August 9th, and they're still eligible to win the grand prize. And not only is somebody going to win a brand new vehicle, but we're also going to give away a $4,000 shopping spree, a $2,500 gas gift card, which everybody can use right now.
It's a wonderful time to get in on raffle tickets. So
Yes.
talk to me, how can we purchase them?
So viewers can go online to texasyesproject.org. They can purchase their tickets, 1 for $25, 3 for $50, or 10 for $100, which is a really good deal. All of the vehicles that are available for the grand prize winner range from a value of $43,000 up to $60,000. So for $100, really great opportunity to win.
Wonderful that it's giving back to so many students in need. Danielle, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Get your raffle tickets today at Texas Yes Project. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the Drive Away for Education raffle. Crux Climbing Center's newest location is now open in South Austin. Joining us now is owner Grace Nicholas with all the details. Grace, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about Crux, your newest location. It's supposed to be absolutely beautiful.
Yes, we're super excited to have this gym return to South Austin after closing in 2024. And it's just so great because it has all the amenities like our customers are used to, the climbing gym, kids area, fitness, yoga, but then we expanded and we went even bigger. Yes, we added like bigger saunas, we added work remote pods, bigger kids room, taller walls, 20 feet taller, so we're really excited.
20 feet taller.
Yes.
That's something in the climbing world.
Yes, yes.
Well, tell me a little bit about Crux because I've never been climbing before, so you're going to have to forgive me. Is it beginner friendly?
Yes, absolutely. Like we want it to be approachable. When you come in, we give everybody a quick safety orientation to get them like comfortable and familiar with the area, and then we make sure we set different routes for all levels so anybody can come in and try it out.
And so for someone who maybe has a fear of heights like me,
Yeah.
do people come in and kind of work on things like that?
Yes,
Do
yeah.
they like come in and kind of face their fears?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you can start, we have shorter walls, bouldering that don't include ropes, so you can just work a little bit up. And then if falling is what you're scared of, we have rope climbing, which slowly lowers you down. And then if you're just like, I need to hold off on climbing, we have other things. We have fitness classes and yoga classes. We also have a kids program, so you can just bring your kids by.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the fitness classes. What can we find in there?
Yes, yeah, we have all kinds, morning, afternoon, and evening. Same with the yoga, different levels as well for that, from beginner friendly to like strength and conditioning, abs and glutes, just some mobility classes as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what are the benefits of something like climbing? I would think that your trunk would be really secure, some really helpful things as we age.
Yes, you discover all these muscles you didn't know you had, for sure.
Because I'll be a little bit sore maybe.
Yes, you'll be a little sore. It's a full body workout, but it is great for balance. Like you said, as you get older, balance is one of those things you really want to keep. So it's perfect for that, to train those muscles. And you can work your arms. Everybody thinks it's all arms, but it's also a lot of legs.
Tell me about your summer programming right now, because we've got a great example of it being so hot outside. And I love to hear that there's a kids section that parents can plug into. Talk to me about some of the things you're offering.
Yes, it's nice to be able to escape the heat and still get a solid workout in the full AC. So you can bring your kiddos in. We have a huge kids room in there. You just drop them in, let them run out around.
Do they
and
get
everything.
to climb at all?
The parents can totally climb. The kids get to climb as well. There's there's climbing in the kids section. There's also a slide. There's a warped wall that you can run up and try and grab the end. And so, yeah, there's a lot of, and then we have summer camps too for those kids to be a part of if they are, like loving it a lot and want to be there for a full week. So.
And are all those summer camps already backed up?
No, I think we have a few spots, and then we have some camps at the end of in the August time, so at the end of the summer.
Okay, what ages would we be looking at there?
Yes, so we take camps from like 6 to 12-year-olds.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, that's something really helpful.
Yes.
Because most parents know like you needed to sign up in February for summer camp. So to hear that there might still be spots open somewhere, that's really nice.
Yes, yeah, at all of our locations.
What can visitors expect when they walk through the doors for the first time? Do you give everybody that safety briefing even if they've been climbing before?
Yes, everybody first time into our facility, because we have unique things to us that we want to touch base on, like auto blaze that'll automatically bring you up and lower you in the rope canyon area. We have a really cool ramp feature to boulder alongside with the pads. But everybody comes in. We also get them set up with a special pair of shoes and a chalk bag so that they have the equipment they need to be successful climbing.
Well, yeah, because that's my next question is what do I need to show up for my very first climbing session?
Just some comfy clothes that you can move around in, and that's basically it. Water. We have a water station, but having your own water bottle is nice.
And then if you get really into climbing, that's when you buy your own chalk bag. That's when you get your own shoes.
Yes, exactly. You'll get your own harness. You'll get maybe some draws and stuff if you want to start going outside. But we have all the harness, shoes, chalk bags that you need.
Okay, you guys are taking care of us. I want to hear about Switchback Coffee, which is right next door. Get a little fuel right before you climb.
Yeah, we're so excited that we're on the same section. We have Switchback Coffee and Beer. They have beer, wine, some low ABV cocktails and coffee, matcha, the whole shebang. And then we also have Granny's Tacos Trucks. I don't know if you've had it yet, but it's one of the best tacos, I want to say, in town.
Wow,
Yes.
and that's really bragging.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm like, being from Austin, like, I stand by it.
Okay, so we've got tacos, we've got coffee, and we've got a whole lot of fun. Sounds good to me. Congratulations on the new location.
Thank you.
All right, guys, for more information on everything happening at Crux, visit cruxclimbingcenter.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Spa at Albert Hotel. If you want to indulge yourself in a little pampering not too far from Austin, might I suggest the Spa at Albert in Fredericksburg, Texas. Taylor Stevens, head of rooms, is here to tell us more. And Taylor, we're talking about the spa today. For those who haven't visited yet, what makes it so unique, especially being here in the heart of Fredericksburg?
Absolutely. We like to call it serene sophistication, right in the heart of the hill country. We're just a few steps away from Main Street here in Fredericksburg, but as soon as you enter into the spa, everything quiets down and gets you into that relaxation mode. All of our services here are centered around the feel and the history of Fredericksburg, along with the nature.
Let's talk about your extensive spa menu. Can you walk us through what guests can expect when they come in for a treatment?
Yes, we really want it to feel like the full experience whenever you come in, starting with a complimentary aromatherapy. We then guide you into our relaxation lounge where we offer snacks, champagne, and then our therapist will bring you into the treatment room from there. And when you enter into the spa, you enter that mode of relaxation and calmness here, right off of Main Street. We do offer complimentary valet parking, so your arrival is smooth and it makes getting to the spa very easy and kind of avoid the Main Street area as well. We do also offer complimentary access to our pool and bar area with any treatment that we have here.
So nice, yeah, and it's a wonderful way to get set up for a treatment.
Absolutely.
The spa, I know, draws a lot of inspiration from the Hill Country's natural landscape. For example, I saw the names of wildflowers on each of the rooms. Can you just talk to me a little bit about that?
Yes, it's woven into everything here at the spa, from our treatments to the treatment rooms to the actual design of the spa itself. We like to choose specially crafted products here in the spa to relate to those creeks, rivers, the hills here in the area, and really blend that into the services. The natural landscape is influenced by the products that we carry. They're specifically chosen to relate to the hill country here.
I love that you don't have to be a guest to come visit the spa, and that's something you want people to know, right?
That is correct. Yes, we do take walk-ins. Like we said, we're right off Main Street, so whether you're a local here in Fredericksburg or outside or coming from anywhere in the United States, we'd love to welcome you here at the spa.
Sounds good to me. Beyond the treatments themselves, what else can guests expect when they come in for a spa day here?
I think that they can just expect serene relaxation. Like we said, getting away from the Main Street hustle and bustle. We do massage, facials, body rituals, as well as vibrotherapy here. So really anything anyone's looking for a full spa experience.
Sounds good to me. Taylor, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Browse spa treatments and make appointments online at the website on your screen. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the Spa at Albert Hotel. The Art Garage, whom we love, is hosting their Brody Lane location grand opening in just a few weeks. Here with more is studio manager Kaya Emmert. Kaya, welcome back. Good morning.
Hi, Rosie. Good morning. It's so good to be back.
Well, I know we've talked about the Art Garage here on Studio 512 before, and you guys have 2 locations currently. Can you just
Correct.
remind us about them?
Sure, yeah. So the original location is on Circle Drive in Southwest Austin off of 290. And then the second one is off of North Lamar in like 51st Street. And then the newest one is on Brody Lane in South Central.
And you said this is kind of a homecoming, a full circle of
It
sorts.
is, yeah. It's actually 5 minutes from my childhood home, which is where the Art Garage started in our family's garage. So it feels very like full circle and really cute to like be back in my neighborhood, like where I grew up.
So for Mom, who also works at the Art Garage, the commute is going to be about 5 minutes long, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, she's pretty stoked about it. Yeah, she's happy about it.
Okay, yeah. Talk to me about what you offer at all locations.
Sure, yeah. So primarily we're a walk-in art studio, so you can come in anytime we're open, paint pottery, fuse glass, make mosaics. You don't need an appointment for those projects. You just show up and we show you how to do all the things. And then we also do corporate events, birthday parties, summer camps, events, workshops, classes, adult nights, all
And
the
we're
things.
going to pick into some of that a
Yes,
little
yeah,
bit
so
more
many
since
things.
we've got you for
I
a
could be
little
here
bit
all
of time. You've got your grand opening party for the Brody Lane location though on
Yes.
8/8, as you
8/8.
said, easy to remember, August 8th coming up. Talk to me about what you have planned for that day.
For sure. So the event is 10 to 1, and then we'll have a variety of like different projects for people to work on. We'll have complimentary tie-dye, spin art for people to do, as well as like a specialty matcha coffee pop-up. There's going to be a tattoo artist doing little tiny tattoos at the event. We're also going to have some popsicles to enjoy and some other sweet treats and fun surprises too.
Lovely. And of course, this is family friendly, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
All ages are welcome.
All ages welcome. You guys heard it here. And we're actually going to be doing a little tie-dyeing today, right? I'm begloved and wearing an apron for a reason.
So I brought a tie-dye bandana for us to do, so that's really exciting.
Okay, talk
it's-
to me about how you put this together.
Sure, yeah. So I soaked it in a solution that helps it absorb the dye really well, and then put it in a swirl, like classic Keep Austin Weird spiral design. And then I've got some Art Garage colors for us to use.
Sounds good to me.
We're just gonna do blue on 2 opposite, and then green on 1 and purple on the other. So
Okay,
super
sounds good
easy.
to me.
Which color do you want?
Okay, I'll start with green.
You
You
go
just tell me
green.
what quadrant you want
You
me
go right
working
there,
on.
Rosie.
Okay, and then as far as any like skill set to this, do you want to walk me through that?
Yeah, I mean, it's super beginner friendly and very forgiving. All of the designs turn out unique, and it's so fun to see what it looks like when you rinse it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, of course, a project where it's going to be individual to every single person who plays with it. because,
Exactly, yeah, even
like,
using the same
saturation
colors.
of colors and like how far they bleed into one another, like it's all going to be different.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
We go like ham,
Yes, ma'am. And
crazy
then,
on one.
then this is kind of what it would look like
Oh,
when we
it
rinse
looks
it out.
lovely once
Super
it comes
cool.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
So is this the design you get from that swirl?
Exactly, and you can place the spiral, like if I had twisted it in the center, it would have it kind of more in the middle, but you can like twist it wherever you like and get kind of different
It's
variations.
a really cool point that you make about like you can help people with a lot of different things if they want to play around. So
Yes,
even though
it's
there
so
might be a
fun.
prescribed project, you can always ask the very helpful people who are working to say, hey, help me out. I want to do this slightly
Of course,
differently. Okay.
absolutely.
All right. You guys have summer art camps going on and people can still plug into those?
Totally, yeah. There's space at all 3 locations. Summer camps are week long. We do dozens of different art projects and all different mediums. So clay, glass, drawing, painting. It's all fine art based projects. So super great.
What ages for kids?
For sure, yeah. So starting at about age 5 or 6.
I come?
I have adults ask that all the time. They're like, I want to come to camp. I'm like, that would be so fun. But ages 6 to 12,
6 to 12.
primarily.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good to me. And then we've talked about booking a spot ahead of time. You do want to hear from people if they're coming
For
to summer
camp, yes, just because there are lots of projects to prep.
But
for
otherwise, like to have just
But a drop-in family
place?
day, yeah, absolutely.
It's
Especially
really
as it gets
nice.
hot.
Yeah.
It's nice to be inside for a
In
little
the
bit.
air conditioning, 100%. Okay.
Yes.
And you have a couple of other events coming up that you
Yes.
want to talk to me
Very
about.
exciting. We've got Paint with a Princess coming up. Princess Ariel
Princess
is visiting the
Oh,
studios.
okay, that's
There's
lovely.
a couple different events, dates. There's one at each location.
Okay.
And she's there on all 3 different days because Ariel can't be everywhere at once. But
Understand.
but those you can find that online for your local location. And then we're also doing a clay workshop, which is a hibiscus out of clay. that
It's
you
a
can-
gorgeous hibiscus
Thank
flower.
you.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It would be great, like little jewelry tray or catch-all. But that's going to be a little workshop coming up as well.
Okay, sounds good to me. You guys have so much going on, per usual.
So many goodies.
And then a third location to boot. So we
Yes.
appreciate your time, Kaya. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rosie, for having us.
For more information on the grand opening and all their offerings, visit theartgarageaustin.com.
Test Miles is a lifestyle automotive series that takes viewers beyond the showroom and into the real world of driving. Each week, we explore the newest cars, trucks, SUVs, and electric vehicles while breaking down the design, technology, performance, safety features, and everyday value that matters to most drivers. This week, we're looking at some of the best vehicles on the market right now, plus the trucks and technology changing what drivers can expect from their next ride. We start with a list of 5 standout vehicles from the past year, including the Toyota Tundra TRD Rally, the Mercedes-Benz GLC, the Hyundai Palisade Hybrid, Nissan's Murano, and Ram's 1500 RHO. These are the vehicles that stand out for very different reasons, from comfort and family space to performance, capability, and long-term ownership value. Then we get behind the wheel of the Ford F-150 PowerBoost Hybrid, a truck that is part pickup, part mobile generator, and part survival tool. With serious towing power, a built-in Pro Power onboard system, and the ability to help keep the lights on during power outages, this is a truck built for work, adventure, and real-life backup power. We also take a close look at the 2025 Ford Ranger, including the high-performance Ranger Raptor, to see how Ford is blending mid-size truck practicality with modern tech, towing, strength, and off-road attitude. Plus, we head to San Francisco for a first look at Mercedes-Benz Advanced Urban Driving Assist technology, a system designed to help handle the stress of city driving while keeping drivers fully engaged. And finally, we visit San Diego Auto Show for a world premiere look at the new Ram 1500 SRT, a 777 horsepower performance truck built for speed, power, and serious off-road presence. You can watch the full episode of Test Miles Saturday mornings at 9:30 on the KXAN app. This is your preview of this week's ride.